Hello and welcome to a Let's Play by me, the GamerWolfSix, of a prequel that came before Winds of Change, a game I finished, I think 2 days ago? Man, the ending to that game. Also, would it be called a prequel if this game came before Winds of Change? I couldn't think of what it would be called, because usually a prequel is something that's made after and before, but whatever. Winds of Change is the sequel. How is it? I have no idea, because that's medieval and this is, modern day futuristic? Who knows? But let's get started before the music kind of reminds me of Winds of Change and I start having a tough time reading. Unfortunately, this game does not have voice acting. What's sad. That made it a lot easier to do that game. Yee. I'll choose as wisely as I can. Yeah, I can put my mouse right behind my guy. Where am I? Is this outer space? No, it absolutely can't be. I'd never survived in the void. I scan my surroundings. What I see should be an impossibility. The luminescent nebula gazes back at me. It twinkles, dancing across the sky. It's beautiful, but I'm not here to stargaze. As I take in the scenario, I notice some key things. My feet are not on solid ground. I appear to be suspended. And for some reason, I'm able to hear and breathe. Those are the two things you can't do in space. I count this as a blessing and focus on breathing. There were exercises I should use to calm myself down. Good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Before I can count any higher, though, I'm interrupted. At that moment, I realize I'm not here by myself. I feel a hand rest upon my shoulder, and I shiver. I expect to feel fear, but a rush of calm overtakes me. Hello, and welcome to another to the Ark. This is a very special place, you see. Only a select few are allowed to be here. This is a home to those touched by fate. Sorry, I have to scratch my nose. Imbued with a power most would call fiction. Others have come, but now it's your turn. I see gears. First and foremost, I require a name. Something to enter in the annals of time. We must ensure that you aren't forgotten. My name will be first name. They actually comment on if you just leave it at that, but we'll put it Dark. Dark, It has a nice ring to it. I'm not very imaginative, I'm a black wolf. I'm sure you'll be remembered. For like how long? A couple of years? My name, you ask? I'm afraid that's not important. No one will remember me after this. Your presence here portends a grand fate. Portends? Never heard of that word. Not just for you, but the universe, too. This is the purpose of those who come here. To that end, what do they call you? Your surname is just as important. Out of curiosity, I must know. Wolf. Again, not even less imaginative. Dark Wolf. Very well. Pleasure's mine. In giving me your name, the deed is done. Your service to me and the Ark is pledged. But don't worry, you're not a slave. Yet. Your service rewards you with power, something that most would kill to achieve. Others must bend to the rules of the world, but for you, the opposite rings true. You are no longer a victim of circumstance. When you make a choice, reality will bend. Your every whim will fall into your lap. The universe now accommodates you. This is the power granted to you by the Ark, and hopefully the audio is nicely matched. This is the power granted to you by me. Oh, it appears you're fading away. Do you long to return to Earth? I understand. There is fear in the unknown. I will find you again soon, and perhaps then we can talk a little more. Don't be scared, Dark. I mean no harm. Would you like to save? Sure. So I guess this game is made by, well, it's made by people, like Two Tails? I always thought it was Twin Tails. True Ending Flags, Archon Affection, Illumi Affection, Rocker Affection, Kila Affection, Rook and Shock Affection, and Total Saves. Chapter 1. I feel a rush of speed as I'm shot back into my body. It's almost as if my spirit momentarily left me. Who was that man? And just when he was the Ark? I scratched my head in a state of sheer confusion. It definitely wasn't a dream. I know that for sure. When you wake up from a dream, you know it wasn't real. You laugh it off, continue on with your life. That's not the sensation I was feeling right now. I try to ground myself in reality. Oh, there goes gravity. I take in my surroundings, the noises and people. I focus on my destination, Tokyo, Japan. I feel myself calm down, slowly but surely. Anxiety starts to replace itself with excitement. Though many would argue what the difference is. Who didn't dream of going to Tokyo in their lifetime? I'd like to go to Japan at some point, but the big problem is A, I don't speak Japanese, and B, what would I do? I would think it'd be best to go there with somebody you know, and, groups of people. Also, it's probably hella expensive. And to be a bucket list of millions of people. And it was for the first of many places I'd visit. On what would surely be the best year of my life. I sit there, nodding, holding my armrest with a fierce grip. It wouldn't be long until I figured out how wrong I was. Well, that doesn't sound good. That's a hella blue squirrel. It's kind of funny, I got so enamored with Winds of Change that I switched from having this game being posted after Winds of Change, which, with the amount of videos I have, would be about a year from now, plus, to having this replace VR and put VR somewhere else. Good thing I can do that. I have the power. Anyways, I try my best to maintain my composure. A can of Popstar held firmly in my grasp. I wasn't one to drink energy drinks so leisurely, but I picked up what you might call an addiction. Damn. For a little bit more excitement, I'll say this. Popstar was the leading brand of energy drink. I don't think I've ever had an energy drink, at least not a full one. I might have had one mixed with some kind of alcohol, but I've never actually had an energy drink. In fact, it was the almost as popular as soda. It had full endorsement of a famous pop idol. The contest was held to coincide with the idol's new tour. 2 special cans were then thrown into the wild. I'm just thinking of them literally throwing cans into a crowd. That would be dangerous. Those that found them got to travel with the tour, Oh, I see. So like it's a golden ticket. No, yeah, like a golden ticket from old childhood stories. Because I'm just thinking Pops are throwing cans of energy drink into a crowd because it would hit somebody in the head and then people would scramble for it. The contest made the drink skyrocket in popularity. It took the world by storm, a cultural phenomenon. The chance to live a life of luxury was hard to pass up. In case you didn't know, the name of the idol was Clace. So when I say I'd picked up something of an addiction, that might actually be an understatement of the year. The odds of winning were literally in the billions. So it took a fair amount of chugging in order to win. Also, my doctor says I only have so long to live because my heart's giving out. And my kidneys. And my liver. Okay, that last part might be poking my own self, but you know. I asked myself if that was worth it, but that's subjective. At least, that's what I told myself in between jitters and passing out. Being one of the lucky two came with its consequences. That's what the media called the prospective winners. Before I can continue talking, I'm interrupted. Someone walking down the aisle has a nasty fall. They brace to the descent and land on the seat beside me. It takes a special kind of skill, doesn't it? He quickly rises to his feet, wearing a look of panic. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I'm not gonna try and do voices. At least not intentionally. Please forgive me. I nod my head. It's not the end of the world. Aside from the minor frighten, everything is fine. He did me a frighten. Although maybe we could talk to pass the time. It was starting to get boring, sitting by myself. First on the train. I don't know what came over me. I just got dizzy, and then bam! Are you addicted too? Sounds like someone has a case of vertigo. I apologize again. Sorry for intruding, I really am. I try to explain to him that everything is fine, but he seems to think he's committed some awful crime. Uh-oh, somebody found a body. Before he can respond, however, an alarm sounds loudly. The train comes to a screeching halt. Mechanical failure? That's not good. Oh no, what was that? Are we going to die? Well, eventually. I can't help but snicker at that. He's clearly one of those catastrophic thinkers. Good thing I brought a conch. The shell? Now we can be in power if we're stranded. All hail the magic conch? He goes to rummage through his bag. Bit of a bookworm too, isn't he? I decided to sit back and wait it out. In situations like this, there's nothing else to do. And try and think of how I could pass the time. It might be a while until we're mobile again. I can't use my phone or anything other than texts. The data charges abroad would be a death sentence. But everybody back home would already be asleep. There's quite a time difference at play here. I wonder where he's supposed to be from, America or Europe. My phone vibrates, and I go to look at it. Almost as if it knew what I was thinking about it. It's Rook, the man I'm meeting at the train station. Are you almost there? I can't wait till day, you know. He's wondering where I am. I'm not sure what to say. Should I play it cool, or let him know we've stalled? I would say let him know he's stalled. Why would you lie? Can't say for sure. Is it just I can't say for sure? Rook didn't like your response. Oh, I mean, I could lie to you, and then it could take longer. Just be honest with him. Like, what are you gonna say? Hey, the train screeched to a halt after an alarm happened, and we don't know what's going on. Wouldn't you get things off to a bad start, even though he's a little cunt who, like, gets his knickers in a twist when I can't do anything. And somehow I feel like that's exactly what happened. Gah, uncertainty, my least favorite thing to hear. Very well, ... His reply signals a feeling of discontent. Well, what am I gonna do? There's nothing I could do. And, of course, it was truthful. I could rest easy. I noticed that the squirrel is also eagerly texting away. I put my phone back in my pocket and reclined in my seat. I wasn't exactly sure how Rook was related to Clace. Oh, yeah. But he had to be pretty high up there. I was only given concrete details last week. I thought there'd be limos and media coverage, but I was quickly told this wasn't the case. I was getting picked up by a regular guy named Rook. I think limos would be a bit much. I wonder if he would go full-on cliche with a large piece of cardboard that says dark. I mean, come on. What are you gonna do? Just stand there? Some photo of yourself and hope he sees you? Oh man. I really hope we'll be okay. My train rides are usually incident-free. Usually? But he said that this was his first time. You know, I didn't personally catch that. He seems to contradict himself without realizing it. Well, as fun as awkward silences are, we should probably get to know each other. Just in case we're stuck here forever, I'm wondering if I should keep more attention just in case there's deceit. I hear there's like some kind of murder mystery in this game. Oh, how fun that would be. Did we arrive at Junes? Every day's great at your Junes. Never played that game but want someone to do that. You can call me Kila. I'm here too. Well, I'm here to see some friends. He's here to have a orgy. What about you? What brings you to Tokyo? It's nice to meet another English speaker. I only speak Japanese at a preschool level. I'm about to answer, but I saw myself short. I have flashbacks to when I signed that NDA. I wasn't allowed to publicly reveal why I was here. At least, not until the media made it official. But then again, what harm could it do? I'd likely never find itself back to me. Plus, Kila would be impressed with who I really am. A friend would be a great thing to have while on board. I don't usually like to go against wait, what did that thing say? I think it said consequences. I can't say why I'm here. I mean, it's definitely no, secret, top secret thing, but, don't wanna, do the NDA. Could, lie a little bit. Like, not lie, but, do a little bit of lying. I decided to stick to my morals, not break the NDA. It's probably for the best. Who wants a lawsuit? If I did let out my secret, and word got back to Rook, well, I'm sure there'd be hell to pay. Oh, you can't say? That's cool, I guess. I'm just here to visit my brother. Nothing to hide on my end, really. I thought he said that he was here to meet friends. That is true, I do remember that. Now he's here to meet his brother? That seems odd. Nothing to hide, huh? I feel bad that I can't tell him. He clearly realizes that I'm hiding something. I mean, I did say I can't tell. I'm still really excited. It's my first time in Tokyo. Gotta hit up all the maid cafes. Nice. course. Typical tourist. What about femboy-made cafes? Nice. What about you? Would you ever go to a maid cafe? I heard they're just the best. Maid cafes? Those are much like restaurants in Western culture. However, your waitresses actually stays at your table. You converse with them, play games, get to know them. Oh, I thought it was more like maid Hooters. It was definitely a foreign concept to me. How'd I respond to Kila? It'd be interesting to go to one. I mean, when's the next time you're gonna do that? Cool. We'll have to keep in touch. I've looked online at all the tourist sites. There's some great ones down in Akihabara. Before I can continue talking, the train moves again. And the passengers are shaken by the sudden movement. Should probably text that guy, saying we're moving again. Kila beams with a wide smile, as if this was a major victory. Also, wouldn't the guy, if he's waiting for us, have like, an update? I don't know when this game was made. Actually, maybe I could just over here. And if it covers the screen, I'll have to check if that's a flash. What is that, 21 minutes? When was this game made? $2016, maybe? Yeah, 2016. That's not long ago. Sorry if there's a black flash. Major victory. Wow, I was scared for nothing. That didn't really last long at all. He sure seems like quite the character. So that would be like 6 years ago. That's not long. If we did end up going to those maid cafes... If we did end up going to those maid cafes, well, there'd be no shortage of entertainment. I wonder if the same could be said of Rook. More importantly, I wonder how he'd treat me. I keep on thinking in this game, okay, how does it go from what seems to be like modern day Earth, maybe not 2016 Earth with furries, to being connected to Winds of Change? But I guess, there is a Dastra, which is, hey, he started as a guy on Earth and then kidnapped by Wolf Emperor and then gods and stuff thing going on. I mean, they talk about the gods. Well, not really gods, but like higher level tech people, like much higher level tech people. I mean, you learn about that very early on. More importantly, I wonder how he'd treat me. He certainly seems like an interesting guy. For a moment, I'm glad he didn't break my NDA. I don't know if I would have been able to face him if I did. Face who? If I find it odd that I'm analyzing my previous actions, I find it odd. As if I could have changed what I said and what I did. Perhaps it was because of that weird vision I had. I can control my own destiny, or something like that. What a ridiculous thing to comprehend. If I could control my destiny, I wouldn't be here. I'd be surrounded by hookers and blackjack. I'd probably have somewhere living a life of luxury. But there's no use thinking like that, so I stop. At that exact moment, a pain attacks my chest. More pain than I've ever felt before. Damn it, that squirrel stabbed me. It was Agent 47. It pulses with increasingly fast heartbeat. I go to clutch my gut instinctively. Or maybe he's having withdrawals from the, addiction of energy drinks. When he found out I can't move. Everything around me seems to have frozen in place. I start to panic. I go to focus on my breathing like before, but I can't breathe either. I sense someone behind me, and then I feel it. A hand on my shoulder again. Pain fades away, and I gasp loudly for air. Is there something about his touch? Terribly sorry for earlier. Our meeting seems to have been cut short. Perhaps you desired to return to Earth. After all, the universe bends to you now. Like this squirrel, you can totally bend him over. Am I that frightening? Either way, I sense conflict within you. You think what happened earlier was a dream. And now, your dream stands before you. Why is your scarf so, shredded? I am real. The Ark is real. And the power that you have? Well, yes, it's real too. I'm not here to lecture you anymore. Your words and actions are your own. You chose poorly, like, what the hell? As is the power I have given you. However, you'll be asked to help me. You are not receiving this power for free, but I will let you run free for today. When I see you again tonight, I will tell you everything. So right that there's a question mark there. And then your journey will begin. Sure, I guess it did save often. And I'm never one to not save often. As I immediately shot back to my own reality. Or at least the reality I was comfortable with. But now, there is one thing for sure. That really happened. Ark wasn't just a dream. He actually gave me some sort of power. I had no idea what to think right now. The confusion inside me intensifies. It's like millions of voices are fighting in my head, trying to make sense of everything that happened. Hey, are you coming? Kila stands before me, his luggage in tow. I notice that I'm also standing up. It appears my body has moved on its own, and also I just unplugged myself. There we go. Almost like something momentarily took over. Did I say something wrong? Gosh, I need to watch my mouth. I tell him that he did nothing wrong. I let him know I was lost in my own train of thoughts. Train of thoughts. He seems to giggle, as if it was a pun. I decide to take the credit for it. Perhaps in an attempt to ease my inner turmoil. At least he waited for me, or I'd be clueless right now. That's the last thing I'd want to be. Alone and confused in Tokyo. Bad combination. But hey, did you at least install Google Translate on your phone? I apologize for the delay as we exit the train. Fright looms over me for the rest of the day. Whatever happened tonight would change everything. Bum bum bum. Then I guess I'm gonna have to audio check this one. Earlier that day. Right. Bugger. I can't just save whenever I want. That sucks. Because I'd like to be like, here's this transition. And then save, at which point it's like, you want to save whenever you want? I mean, maybe later you could, but it seemed... I don't like this. Kind of says me having to do it whenever saves, whenever, like, stuff. Or I'd have to continue. But I think we're going to call it here. I mean, it could always just speed up. Yeah. Let's see, what happens if I press F5? It puts us back here. I think this... Yeah, this music right here... also plays in Wings of Change. God. Like, this music's pretty good, but that one where you're on the ship, and the one at the end, that's emotional. Like, at the end credit, no, wait, well, I was at the end credit, but like that part at the end, which, you know, won't be posted for a while because, you know, once a month, then this is going to be like, at the same time as that game, it's going to, like that end choice sequence and stuff, the ending of that game, tears and barely being able to read. Like I could read it mentally, but I could not actually say the words. It took so much bloody effort. His emotions. Yeah, end of this Let's Play. So let's see, can we just go do stat and then wait, oh, there isn't a skip button? Damn. That is really weird. And I guess that's just how it is. So anyways, thank you all for watching. Please comment, guys, like, comment, see what you like, dislike, tips, tricks, always. If you like my YouTube and would like to see it grow, then please like, subscribe, and share the videos that have grown. Please remember to stay near and most help control the pit population. And until next time, let's play me, GamerWolfSix of Major Minor, a game about gears. This guy thinks important. She also has a gear, but also has something to do with winds of change. Like, 2 characters in this game appear in that game, but, you know, they're redrawn, so I have no idea. And you only briefly see them. Very briefly. Very, very briefly. At the end. So anyways, thanks and see ya.